and welcome to HealingCodeCards.com. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be talking about an overview of the Healing Code Cards Mind Deck. So here is just a sample box of the Healing Code Cards Mind Deck, the second edition of the Healing Code Cards Spiritual Technology. So with the Healing Code Cards Mind Deck, it is available on the website for both digital edition and printed edition. Now with the Healing Code Cards Mind Deck, this is working specifically for the mental and emotional body. The Healing Code Cards Body Deck works, of course, with the physical body, so this is taking care of the other subtle bodies relating to the mental and emotional body. All right. So if I'm to give an example here of one of the cards, the Thyroid Emotional Releaser, right here. Okay. So what this is doing, and there's quite a lot of emotional releasers in the Mind Deck itself, is that you're using this, and what this is doing, this is clearing away emotional and mental stagnancy contained specifically within the thyroid gland. All right, the thyroid can get a lot of buildup, a lot of emotional woes. There can be depression, there can be anxiety that can go directly into the thyroid. There's just a lot of emotional and mental thought forms, emotional energy that can be trapped inside the thyroid gland. Over time, if this is not dealt with, then basically a lot of stagnancy and emotional atrophy comes together, and this creates problems down the road if we are negligent in being able to take care of ourselves on an emotional and mental level. So this is exactly why the Healing Code Cards Mind Deck has come together, so that we're working with the emotional woes of our body, our mental woes with the body, so that those can be cleared out so that we do not get that type of atrophy that comes over time. And then, of course, there are physical issues, there's physical ailments, there's chronic conditions that can take place, again, if we leave this unattended to, relating to our body. So the Mind Deck has, again, 36 cards, just as the Body Deck. It also includes the 3 amplifier cards as well, too. And the great thing about the Mind Deck is you can use it together in tandem with the Healing Code Cards Body Deck. So for an example here, if I'm going back into the Thyroid Emotional Releaser, and I decide to use the Gland Enhancer from the Body Deck, well, I can put these two together. All right, so I can firstly stare at the Thyroid Emotional Releaser, right? I can do the staring method for 60 seconds or longer, okay? Or I could put it on my body, right, for 60 seconds or longer. I could charge my water for it for 60 seconds or longer, okay, the charging method. Or, of course, I can do the capture method with both of these. I would say the capture method would probably be the most efficient method out of all 4 methods, simply because all you have to do is have the, again, example of the Thyroid Emotional Releaser and the Body Deck's Gland Enhancer, and a photo of yourself, or again, somebody else you may know, and you've asked permission to do energy healing work on them, and you just place it upon the card. All right, and you can keep it on the card for as long as you want, or the cards for as long as you want. Now, of course, when you're using an amplifier card, it is only 1 card at a time. Okay, so the same rule applies with the Body Deck, that if you're using an amplifier card is only good for 1 card at a time. The same rule applies with the amplifier cards in the Mind Deck, just 1 card at a time. Okay, but anyways, if you're not using the amplifier card, then you can put multiple cards here on the Body Deck and on the Mind Deck as well too. You can kind of stack them here and put a photo on there as well too. What I'd naturally recommend, though, is basically working with me about 2 or 3 cards at a time. Okay, we don't want to try and overwhelm ourselves with too many cards, especially if you're doing it for somebody else and they're not present with you. Then you're not too sure of how they may react. They may be very, very highly sensitive to the healing code energy within the cards, and we don't want to overwhelm them. Okay, so if you are doing this work for somebody else, work with 1 card at a time, okay, and stay in contact with them, and maybe say, okay, well, here's a second card, right? So now we can do 2 cards at a time. So you're working with that. And the same rule applies for yourself, okay? If you're very sensitive to these healing code energies, because they are quite powerful, and it is your own energy that's just reflecting back to you with these new healing codes imbued into your energy. So like I said, it's kind of like a mirror, where the healing code card here is the mirror, and you're looking at it, okay? And as that energy is coming back to you, because it's like a reflector, okay, all of those healing code cards, or the healing code commands contained in the card, is taking your energy and casting it back to you with those healing codes imbued. Okay, that's the science of the healing code card technology. All right, so this card and all the cards here within the mind deck, within the body deck, within the free samples have specific programmed spirit commands contained within them. So if we are looking at them, as soon as we bring our focus to it, or as soon as we put it upon our body, or as soon as we start charging it with water, right, our energy is going right back into those cards, because our energy is drinking the water. Our energy is absorbing the codes into our body, okay? And our energy, representing, your own photo, is going directly into those cards as well too. So it's a reflection. It's a collecting of your energy, and then reflecting it back to you for those healing codes to go directly into your energy. Okay, so it's going into your aura. It's going into your energy body. Okay, that's the same thing with the body deck, is that your physical body is being worked on by having these codes come into your aura, come into your energy body, and they are working to do the replenishment work, the detoxification work, the enhancement work, the amplification work, together with your body. So of course the physical body, the body deck, the mental and emotional body with the Healing Code Cards mind deck. So that's basically how it works. So again, feel free to work together with the 36 cards in the mind deck. Again, there is one special card in the mind deck that I'm going to do a specific tutorial for, and that is the Manifestation Enhancer. So look for that tutorial here as well. But please feel free to enjoy the mind deck, and if you do have any questions regarding either the body deck, the mind deck, or even the free sample cards that are available on the website, please feel free to contact me anytime. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again in the next tutorial. Take care.